All right, guys. Let's let everybody get in here. We have us a day. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be a very interesting day today. We have things going awry. The market has decided that it wants to go crazy. So we are now in a bear market. What's up, One Life? Good morning. So this is gonna be a wild day. That is for sure. See TLSA back up to 570. Looks like it wants to get above 6. So let's see what happens with that. Let's see if the market's going to get halted here at the beginning. If the SPY keeps crashing, it's a very good possibility. Everything kind of pulling back right here at the beginning. Good morning, Josh. What's up? So, my one share swing of TVIX is working out. I'm up over $100 on one share currently at the moment, which is pretty interesting. I also have, what's up, Daniel B? I have 200 shares of AYTU already. I bought them pre-market at 145 back here somewhere in this area. There's a lot going on with this stock. 200's right here at 142. It has a possible continuation pattern. They did come out with a direct offering to raise money, but that's to get their test kits out. So while I think it's possible it could get down to that area where that offering was priced at $1.25, I believe the coronavirus hype is actually going to push this up because the direct offering is actually helping with them getting the test kits or whatever they've got to do with the coronavirus. So we shall see. Let's see, POAI. They got an AI platform targeting. That actually is a little crazy. And it's starting to move up here. So yeah, I've got money spread out everywhere. And we're going to see what happens. See, SPY coming up a little bit, but the SPY is way down here. So, I mean, I don't know how hard it's going to rebound. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You know, I'd definitely wait things out. I'm just like AYTU is going to be a swing regardless, even if it does drop here, but I plan on swinging this unless it just rips huge today, but like I said, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's definitely going to be an interesting day, that's for sure. Look at my 10-day, 30 minutes, see what everything looks like. Okay. POAI is still ripping. I mean, this has a lot of potential. I mean, anything with coronavirus stuff is going to be getting moves probably every single day, different stocks. But I don't really want to touch this yet. It does have a very low float, 4 million. The 200's at 430, so I think what could happen on this is we could see this possibly run up to 430 here this morning here in the next 30 minutes. And then I think it may have a pullback, and then it may be later on in the day. Yeah, the halt is definitely a possibility. The entire market getting halted is definitely a possibility, and that's why I'm holding all these swings so I can catch rips in pre-market and post-market and whenever they rip. SPEX coming back up right now. If SPEX could get over $2, we could see this one start possibly ripping again. I kind of like where it's at. I might grab some shares of this too. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy 100. What? Oh, I've got my pre-market on. I'm gonna buy 150 shares of this, I think. Oh, taking forever to get filled here. There we go. Finally got filled. But it's another possible mover because of these coronaviruses. So, and the 200's right here at 183. So it's got some resist or some support right there. So I think we just might have got halted or something. Cause yeah, the whole market just got halted. So we'll see what happens here soon. So we got a 15-minute halt. And it is what it is. Like I said, I don't know how much day trading I'm actually going to be doing today. I mean, I'm in a lot of different stocks right now. So if any of them start ripping, I'm going to lock in profits. That's a crazy question. What? what, where did that come from? What a great question. I've never seen anybody ask that question. When you hang your toilet paper, do you hang it over or under? That's funny. That's good stuff, man. That's funny. That's a good question. What how do you know? Explain to me, how do you know what that's a big sell off on TLSA, but we know this thing from yesterday can move up and down quick. But how do you know? How do you know what type of person they are from a from a from toilet paper being hung on a roll? That I don't even pay attention to that. Like I don't even know the answer to that question because I don't ever pay attention. Oh, actually, you. This is funny. If you. Okay, so back when, or you got drunk and you accidentally ripped the toilet paper holder out of the wall, and perhaps you've not put it back on the wall yet, so your toilet paper is sitting right side up on your sink or in the back of the toilet. How about that? How about that answer? What does that tell you about me? Because that's the honest answer of where my toilet paper's at right now. Oh God. That's a I'm so glad you asked me that. What a great way to start the day off. We're in a halt and then we get a great question like that. What a stream. That's also acceptable. Okay. Oh my God. So right before this halt, it looks like AYTU was about to rip, and it looks like let's see, AIM had a little pullback. That's okay. It's weird. Some of these coronavirus stocks have big pullbacks, and some of them look like they're about to rip. And SPEX looked like it was about to rip too. So I don't know how much this halt's going to affect them, but we'll see. But yeah, if you guys, the celebratory spliff, if you guys have never been in a bear market, it's interesting. There was like a summer a couple of years ago or something like that where it was kind of a bear market for a couple of months. It wasn't a very long bear market, and it wasn't a huge drop like we've had so far, but the market just was, well, I don't know if it's a bear market or not. The market moved sideways for a couple of months. That's what I remember. I don't remember exactly if it was a bear. It may not have been a bear market. I don't know. I don't remember. But I remember there being a very slow time. So we got about 10 minutes on this halt left. And we'll see what happens. I don't know how much this halt is going to help this crash, to be honest. Like, their wording was, we want the halt VIX. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Is it cheaper than TVIX? Oh man, I did not realize it was cheaper. I thought it was expensive. I haven't even looked at it since all this started happening because I've been focused on watching TVIX. I kind of wish I would have known about VIX, or I would have thought about it, because I would have got in this. I would have already been in this. Well, that is what it is. I would definitely. I don't know if. Yeah, I mean, you could go ahead and get in. I think you could wait, and you might be able to get in a little bit lower. Unless the market just really starts dumping. If the market really starts dumping, then you probably want to be in. That's why I have one share of TVIX, just for this market dump, just because how ridiculous it moves when the market crashes. I mean, I don't know anything else you can buy one share of and make money on, but like I said, I have one share of this at $250 and it's up to $370, so I'm up $120 so far. And if the market keeps crashing, I stand to keep making money. But I definitely like VIX. I really wish I would have thought about it. I really thought this one was more expensive than TVIX. That's why I haven't looked at it at all. But I guess I had them reversed because it's been a while since I've looked at either of them. But this is definitely one you can make some money on for sure, and it is way cheaper. It's moved from 18 all the way up to 65 so far in the crash over the last 2 weeks. TVIX, I think TVIX moves just a little bit faster and more than VIX does, because it's went from 40 to 370 in a couple weeks. But either one of them's fine if you're going against the market. There's nothing wrong with these inverse ETFs. Oh God, Robinhood is having problems again. Boy, I bet those Robinhood people. Yeah. See, that's why I put that Robinhood video out that nobody watched. It's like 50 views on that Robinhood video where I said don't use Robinhood to day trade. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Josh. You're exactly right. TVIX is a three times inverse, and VIX. I didn't know VIX was just a one time inverse. But yeah, that makes sense why the TVIX is triple leveraged. So that's why it shoots up so hard when the market crashes, and VIX is just only leveraged once. But like I said, either one of them is fine. If the market keeps like, see, here's the thing. Let me go to the SPY. We are now, let me see, let me change this to like a 5-year so we can really see what we're looking at. Where's my 5-year? Oh, I don't have a 5-year on those, so we'll go to the 3-year. So on the 3-year, woo! On the 3-year, we just cracked the 200. So the next stop is about 238. That's the next stop. And you can see as long as it, I don't think it'll be a problem to get down to 238. I also don't think 238 is going to be much support. So I think it can crash through that. So I think there's a lot of downwardness coming. But let's look on the 20-year. Ooh, that's scary. On the 20-year, there's quite a ways to go down. You got the 200-day here on the 20-year at 185. That's, if I had to guess, I would say that's probably the bottom. Is this 185 area? You can see it bounced off at 185 support right here. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then the 200's right there now. So that's probably the bottom. If it cracks this, then the bottom is all the way down here at $75. So there's still a lot of possibility of dropping. But like I said, I would think 180 is probably the bottom right here, this 185 area. So there's still plenty of room. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, Daniel said 156. 156 is a possibility because it did act as resistance right here. You can draw the line right across there. So Daniel could be right too. Yeah, that could be the bottom. That could be the bottom. I do like that as a bottom for the market. But my concern is if we're dropping this hard now up here, if we get down to this and we drop below this, it's probably going to tank even harder. So I don't know if that's going to be enough to hold up as the bottom. It may drop down below maybe 100 or something. And I'm just speculating because I really have no idea. This all depends on all these different variables of when the coronavirus is going to be done with, when the oil war is going to be done with, whenever whoever wins the presidency, when that's over. Like, there's just so many different variables that depends on time that I really don't know how much this is going to keep crashing. But I mean, it could keep going. I do like this 156 area as a bottom. If it drops that low, see, that was in '09 when it was down there. That's a pretty big pullback, though, to get all the way down there. Because if you look right here, I think this was the start of the recession in '08. Buying up Tesla at $50, yeah, I'm right there with you. But this is right there where the recession started, and then you can see it started rebounding. So I mean, it pulled back from 150 to 60. That's about what 80 something move. Ah, man, I don't know. See, the problem is we're up this high. The market rebounded from 67 lows to highs of 339. So I don't think it would get back down to this low of 67. I actually agree with Daniel B. I think that 156 area is probably the area. I think he could be right about that. Daniel B might be a. I think, yeah, no, I was alive in 2008 too. I remember it was bad, but yeah, I think you may be right on this, Daniel B. I really do. You might be a fortune teller, because I do like that bottom. In fact, I'm going to leave that line right there just so I don't forget. So we should be almost out of this halt here. We got what 45 seconds left. Let's see. Let's see what happens on these stocks. Yeah, it looks well. No, not yet. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not. You're right. Uh, you're definitely right about that. The market is very risky right now, but I do think these coronavirus plays, all of them, are going to have momentum one day or another. So today I'm looking for SPEX to run. AYTU might be a couple days. TLSA I think has a chance. Oh, let me get back on my 1 year, 1 day. There we go. So I can see it. I think it has a chance to go. And here we go. We're opening up here. So let's see what happens. So SPEX right at $2. AYTU up to 160 something. AIM, oh, AIM down to $4. Okay, so it's selling off. I wonder why it's selling off so hard. Oh, AYTU, what happened? What am I missing here? AYTU was all the way up at $2. Dude, somebody's got to be sick right now. For that happened, somebody must have got filled right before the halt or in the halt at $2. Something happened. Something slipped through the cracks, but somebody and yeah, somebody's not happy there. Mm-hmm. So SPX with a little pullback. So the halt affecting everything a little bit, causing everything to pull back at the current moment. But we could start seeing a little bit of a rebound. See what's TVIX up to. TVIX almost up to 400, so that means I'm almost up 150 on TVIX. Yeah, the next halt I think is at 15%. CHF, is that CHFS? CHFS? Yeah, that's what you're talking about. CHFS. This stock I remember from a few years ago. Okay, this is a healthcare stock. This stock can rip if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think this can rip if I remember correctly. But unless they have a coronavirus press release or something to do with the coronavirus, I'm real hesitant to touch anything other than that. So I would say watch out for it. The news is that it's up in pre-market so much. It ran from 30 cents to 74 cents in pre-market. So it's possible, because it says on the press release that there's no news. They don't really know why it's up this much. So it is possible maybe they could come out with a press release with the coronavirus. So AYTU making a nice climb, already up $50 on it. That's pretty nice. Now AYTU might start going crazy because it did go crazy Tuesday. So we could see AYTU really start getting it. Especially if it breaks over $2. TVIX over $400. I'm up $150 on my one share TVIX. So SPX with a little pullback, but like I said, it's got the 200 right here. It's actually, SPX has 3 different moving averages right here from 180 to 140, so there's a ton of support under it. But let's keep an eye on AYTU here since it's starting to move a little bit. Oh, the CEO did an interview and said that? Well, CHFS is possibly one you want to watch then if they come out with something. Let me put on my watch list. Because it does have a good chart pattern. 50's right here. If it breaks over 56, you can see it all the way up to 290. And it is a very low float. So I would definitely keep an eye on it, because if they do come out with a press release with about the coronavirus, it's probably going to rip. So AYTU is starting to come down a little bit. AIM starting to come back up. It kind of crashed off for a minute, but coming right back up. TLSA is halted on the way down at 430. Seeing SPEX dropping down a little bit, which is fine. I think it's gonna, like I said, there's so much support right here that it should hold up. I don't think it's gonna drop too much more than maybe 175. I don't want to get out yet. Like, all these are, I'm fine with swinging all these. Like, they're all coronavirus plays. Like, as long as everything is getting locked down and travel bans and shows are being canceled, all that stuff, coronavirus stocks are going to keep being hot. Especially after the panic that was yesterday. The SPY is rebounding a little bit right now, so it's not going to get halted while the SPY is coming up. You know, I mean, I don't think the SPY is going to rebound all day or anything, but it is coming. It is starting to come up. Daniel B is talking about the SPY. He's nervous. He's really nervous about the SPY crashing. But it's not going to crash while it's up. It's not going to crash again until it gets back down to 250. So I ain't got to worry about that right now. maybe at some point today. A little bit of reverse U shape on this. Let me look at the 10-day, 30 minutes on these. Oh, that's nice. Little U shape there on AYTU. Yeah, and SPX is riding right on above the 200-day right now. There as well. And AIM on this 200, that's why I'm not worried about it. AIM has been on this trend line. I think it's 7%, and then 15%, and then like 25%, if I remember correctly. I don't remember though. Let me look. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Okay, maybe not. That stupid hold on. Is that message? Let me see. Let's see that message. See if that message is up here in my. Huh. Oh yeah, it's 20%. It's closed for the day. Let's see, AIM coming back up. TLSA rebounded a little. AYTU coming down a little bit. %13 drop. Okay, cool. So yeah, we know what's up then. I would say get ready for another drop here. Another drop might be coming because it came straight up, hit that moving average there, and started coming straight back down. So this is probably all going to get wiped out right here. Possibly. Yeah, I know it's $6. It's only $6. That seems like a lot, but it's not with the SPY. Like, this can come right back down very easy, and we can see it crash again. Like, Daniel B's not wrong about being careful in this market right now. He is definitely not wrong. So, you definitely want to keep it in mind that there is possible more halts coming today. Because I mean, this is nothing. This is one quick rebound, and then obviously, that's it. That's all it's gonna do, and it's probably gonna keep crashing. So. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I definitely misunderstood you. I thought you were saying $6, but yeah, yeah, you're right. And these halts, I mean, these halts could scare people out of the market. HTBX dropped real hard. This is my biggest swing, so I'm a little nervous about that. I don't like that. I'm gonna see maybe if it rebounds today, but I may have to get out of that swing. TLSA coming back up. AYTU starting to come back up a little bit as well. And SPEX right here at 186 level still. Do you think our kids will be reading in 20 years, or will they have chips that are inserted into their head that has all the information in it? It's definitely Tom Hanks's fault. You're right about that, Josh, man. Tom Hanks, he just that guy, that fucking guy, man. He just Tom Hanks. Uh, so Spy getting close to back down on those levels is at 253. So gotta keep an eye out on the Spy. TLSA back up to 450 a little bit here. Yeah, man. Tom Hanks, man. Come on, dude. I don't know if you guys watched Trump's address speech, but I think he's got the coronavirus. He was sniffling and having troubles breathing and all kinds of stuff. They said he was in contact with people who had it, so it's a good possibility he could have it. He didn't have the energy he normally has either, where he's like, oh, America, and all that. So I think he may have it. If it comes out that the president has coronavirus, that could be interesting. Yeah, like I said, CHFS, it's got potential. If they come out with some type of press release, the fact that there is buying on this, people must think that it's going to come out. I don't think I have. No, I don't have enough to get any of that. And CHFS is real low. I think it's got to break 55 cents. If it breaks 55, I think it can get going. You gotta be. You have to be joking one life. You can't be serious. You did not sell some toilet paper for 50. If you sold toilet paper for $15, let's see what the Spy is looking like. Oh yeah, Spy's coming down some more. It's not. It's trying to like round out right here, but I don't know about that. At some point today, I think it's going to crash more. Oh my God. What are we doing? Why are we trading stocks? We should all be at the store buying toilet paper and selling it on eBay for 15 and $20. Yeah. Well, I mean, come on, man. What do you really need during an apocalypse? You need toilet paper. Pine cones, man. You don't want to be using pine cones. Pine cone will tear you up. Gotta have the toilet paper, man. Nobody's gonna care about shiny gold rocks during apocalypse. You can't wipe your ass with a shiny gold rock. I'm getting notifications. SPX dropping a little bit, but like I said, I'm gonna hold this. Yeah, that's why I thought that question was so funny, just because of everything going on. I'll check it out here in a little bit. Okay, I'll go look because nothing's really going on. We're kind of going sideways in the market right now. Wow, you sure did. You sold. You sold a roll. You sold a thing of toilet paper. That's great. That is funny. It's smart, but it's funny. The fact that you that oh my god. That's pretty funny. I mean, good job, man. Profit is a profit, even if it's on toilet paper. That's all that matters is profit. So, nice job. You should have held that toilet paper for another week. You might have got $30 for it. We might start getting a move here on AYTU. It's been building higher lows. I thought he was joking too, but he's not. He's serious. He's getting that money. Capitalism at its finest, for sure. Oh, and if I cough, guys, I don't have the coronavirus. On one of the live streams yesterday, there was a comment that actually had the timestamp of when I coughed or something like that. And the guy commented that I had the coronavirus. So, the to answer that, I do not as of now. See if AYTU is going to get over 175 here. Get out of here. Well, yeah, my nose has been running a lot lately. POAI starting to move. Yeah, POAI is starting to move. But like I said, this 200 at 429 makes me nervous. So I'd like it to see it hit that and then come back down and maybe make a big U shape for later. Whereas AYTU, once it's over $2, it only has resistance at 239, 299, and those are just little resistances. So AYTU has the sky if it wants it. And AYTU starting to climb here. Getting over that 175 mark. And the SPY is holding up as of now, so did it just get 425 that quick? Yes, see, it's right there at it though. See if it breaks. If it breaks, you could keep getting moves on it, but it's not. If you look back, it didn't break back here. It didn't even reach right here and here, and it didn't break here. So I mean, it's hit the 200 like 4 or 5 times and not broke yet. So that's why I'm saying I would be very careful of thinking about trying to get in this until you see if it breaks the 200 strong, because it could easily just come back down. Like POAI does have a potential. They have that coronavirus press release, but like I said, it's not gotten over the 200 in a while, so that's my concern with that. AYTU's got a lot of buyers right here at 180. 50,000 shares, 25,000 shares. Oh, and they're starting to get taken out now. I was just curious. I just look curious why there was so many buyers there, and they were holding up pretty strong at 180. Is there something at 180? A little bit. So AYTU, a little pullback again. But yeah, see, this is what I was talking about on POAI. Like it's not going to break the 200-day the first time it hits it today. So that's what I was worried about. And now at this point, it could maybe U-shape around and then break the 200. And then that may be an option. But yeah, it's probably I don't know. Maybe a little boring today unless something starts ripping hard. We haven't really had a hard rip yet. So what's going on with this? Whoops, where'd it go? Test. Nothing. It just got halted and stuff. That's all. CFHS looks like it's trying to get up to that 55-cent mark. CFHS is looking pretty good. If it breaks 55 cents, this is definitely one you want to keep an eye on. POAI, yeah, like I said, it might take a U shape for that. And you might get a break here. Let's see. See what happens at 55 cents. Got some sellers there. I'd expect that. It's about to break down. Looks like it's going to. Well, no, held up a little bit. 55 is going to be tough, but it did have this nice little slow build up to 55, so I could see it breaking out right now. But at the same time, it may have to wait a little bit before it does it. But honestly, this could be a good swing because if they do come out with a press release stating something about the coronavirus, that it's going to rip in pre-market pretty hard or post-market. So still not quite getting it yet. I think it may get the 55-cent break today. It's got enough attention and volume on it, and it's right here at these levels. So even if it doesn't break now, it may have a pullback and U-shape back around later today and try to hit. Yeah, it's definitely showing some strength. The fact that there's rumor of maybe because that CEO started rumor, but also this company was pretty garbage. It was down to 28 cents, so you got to keep that in mind too. Well, actually, it's starting to come up here again. 55. Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban's a smart guy. If he said it, and it's possible. He could be right. He's definitely been around long enough and made enough money that you could listen to Mark Cuban. I actually like Mark Cuban, man. He's pretty open to the public. I think he pretty open about his entrepreneurial stuff and telling people the real deal. Hey, there you go. Here's your 55-cent break. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, it's at 55 cents. So your next resistance probably is about 65 cents. I mean, today I don't see this ripping like dollars or anything because it is so low. I think maybe it could get up to 65, maybe even 75 if the market doesn't go crazy. Um, and then if it comes out of the press release sometime, you could see it up to $1 and then maybe over $1. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I could see it up to 75 today, possibly. I really don't think it'll get over 75 without any actual news, though. That's my concern with that. See how's POAI doing. So still coming back down. Like I said, might have to U-shape. Hmm. Check the SPY, make sure. And so we're still slowly climbing on AYTU. I'd like to see AYTU over $2 today. Quite a bit of volume. But if you guys remember, I said yesterday, I said this is the same pattern that AIM had. And yesterday AIM had a little rebound, a little continuation. And then sure enough, AYTU, same exact thing. This continuation pattern I've seen so many times. You have a big green day, then you have a big red day, and then you have a green day. Sometimes this can be a big green day, sometimes it's just a little green day, but that pattern, very rarely do you see these two candles like this, and then the next day it turns red and goes down even more. It happens sometimes, but most of the time you'll get this rebound. So CHFS still having a little bit of trouble with the 50-day. So a little pullback there. AYTU, or not AYTU, but AIM, if you look at this, got a little bit of a wedge type of deal going on the yearly chart from a swing trade perspective. And AYTU is out also making that kind of same type of thing too. See, where's the SPY at? Oh, the SPY actually making a decent little rebound so far from this initial drop before the halt, but I think it's very short-lived. But Josh, if you do want to play VIX, you could look to maybe get in when this hits the 200 right here. If you see it hit the 200 again and it doesn't hold up, that could be a possible entry on VIX, because VIX will be a little bit cheaper at that point. I actually got a little bit of a trend line on AYTU here. If that trend line holds up, we could see a bounce. Let's see, we're on the 5-minute. Yeah, AYTU looks like it could get a pop soon. Possibly. Let me look at some things. So 2 green candles there. CHFS. It's not looking too bad. That's alright. SPX has been selling off, but it's trying to hold up this support right here. So I think once it has a reversal, SPX will start coming back up. Maybe tomorrow. And AIM just bouncing off of this 200. So just go ahead and get in the 5-minute here. Actually, the trend line's kind of starting way back here a little bit. So possibilities everywhere. See the SPY starting to come back down again. Let's see. I don't know. In VIX, you might want to wait and make sure this is going to start turning around and going back down. Just because there's it's possible the market could rebound a little bit more. Let's see, we're back holding at 175. On AYTU. Getting held up at 180. A lot of, well, 179. A lot of selling at 179. Why is there so much selling at 179? What is that about? Oh, there was some support back here. Yeah, there was some support and resistance back here at 180. So, well, that's a lot of sellers at 180. Look at all them sellers. If all them sellers get taken out, then this is going to start moving. I don't think they're going to get taken out right now. This might have to work on taking that out because that is a lot of sellers. Hmm. I want to see us come back up to 180 and start taking out those sellers, start pecking at them. It pecked on a few, but some more sellers jumped in, so it didn't really do too much. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know if we're gonna get any major rips or not after yesterday. Because yesterday we had a decent rip on BKYI during lunchtime, but after that, the rest of the day, the market was real quiet. So I could see it being real quiet again today, especially if the SPY gets back closer to those levels where it could start dumping again. That's just my thoughts on that. But while we're sitting here going sideways with the market and it's trying to figure out what it wants to do, if you guys give me a few minutes here and I'll be right back. And we'll continue and see what happens. Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry I had to take a little bathroom break. I had to make sure my toilet paper was the right way up so Josh doesn't unsubscribe from the channel. And it looks like we're just kind of going sideways in the market right now. So, I mean, we've got some slow climbs, POAI slowly climbing. CHFS actually dropping here. Couldn't get over that 55-cent mark. And that's what I was saying. We may not have any big rips at the moment or at all today. There's a possibility that nothing rips, that the market just keeps going sideways. I mean, there's a lot of SPX dropping down to 175. But it is possible that we could have no rips. The most possible rip, I would say, is probably VIX or TVIX. If the market starts crashing again, those might be the ones that rip. So just keep an eye on the SPY. Let's see. Oh, I missed Josh leaving. Well, hopefully Josh kills it with Uber today. I mean, he's a young guy. I'd be a little nervous about doing Uber or anything like that, because if you get somebody with coronavirus in your car, you're probably going to get the coronavirus. But he's a young guy. He should be fine if that does happen. He'll probably be okay. So I think what the plan is we'll keep the stream going for about 20 more minutes to see if anything's going to happen here. Like I said, it's possible that nothing's going to happen. Maybe for the whole day, maybe the next couple hours. I really don't know. It's hard to tell with this market right now. So we'll do that, and then I'll probably start the stream back up around the same time later today, and we'll see if there's anything else going on, see if anything's ripping. Maybe One Life will do another a podcast on Facebook in the Facebook group. So if anybody in here is not in the Facebook group, there's some cool things that goes on in the Facebook group. Just look up Framework Fortune Day Trading. You can see One Life, One Chance do a podcast. So I didn't know how many times I was going to have to repeat podcast to make it to where somebody got that pun. Because it's only one letter difference, so. I'm watching the SPY right now just to see if it's going to try to continue this uptrend or if this uptrend's going to crack. Yeah, see, One Life might have a podcast, so if you're not in the Facebook group, go join the Facebook group. Nope, and TVIX didn't drop off there. I thought it might, but it sure didn't. Or not TVIX, the SPY. And AYTU still right here at this 175 area. At this 175 area with some buyers. But yeah, the day trading is going to be real tricky in this market right now. And that's the main reason why I'm trying to swing things. Because like I said, we're getting a lot of the rips in pre-market and post-market. So That's my thoughts on that. So there's probably not going to be too much actual day trading for a while, unless unless something change or a new stock comes out with a press release like CHFS about coronavirus. Because in this type of market, like if you're day trading, the easiest thing to do is day trade TVIX or VIX. Like you are going to have movements on these even in a sideways market. So like all you have to do is just watch the SPY. Just put the SPY up on this chart, put VIX or TVIX on the other chart, and when the SPY starts dropping, you can get in VIX and it goes up, and then when you see the SPY start to rebound a little, get out. So you can literally day trade TVIX and VIX every day that the market is like this. I don't like this is the best rip so far we've had is TVIX from market open 371 to 420. That's a good rip. VIX probably looks exactly the same. Yeah, so VIX from 61 to $69. So when you saw the market open and the SPY start dropping, you just jump in there and then sell at the top. And you can see that halt. That halt's where it messed it up at, but still. AYTU starting to come back down some. So that may be what I end up doing after I get out of some of these swings. Because right now I think I have just about every account invested in swing trades at some in some form of fashion. So once I start cashing in or cutting losses on swings, then I might just solely focus on VIX and the SPY, because it is pretty easy to day trade these during these times. Like it's super easy. So yeah, like you're looking at the SPY right now. As soon as the SPY cracks, this area here, the VWAP, or yeah, pretty much as soon as it cracks the VWAP, you could look for an entry on VIX, and if the SPY keeps dropping, you'll make money. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Originally, that was my plan when this coronavirus stuff started happening. My original plan was to only focus on TVIX, and all the excitement with all the coronavirus stocks got me because they're all ripping and stuff. So, but now that I also didn't know how long this was going to last. In the beginning, there it looked like maybe this whole thing was going to blow over pretty quick, but at this point, there's no blowing over. The market is in a pretty bad downtrend. So these volatility index funds, they're going to be making moves. And see right there's another example. You said you could have got in at TVIX coming down to this 350 area. Could have bought there and then sold up here at 367. So I mean that's $17 of profit there. There's like 50 something right there, a share. So I mean there's a lot of money to be made day trading these ETFs, these inverse ETFs during this time. I mean you could do the same with the SPY too, because TVIX is a lot higher than SPY now. So like coming out of that halt, when you see this, you see the SPY is going to try to hold up. You can get in there and you see 250 up to 259, so that's $9 of profit. You can play both of them. You can literally go back and forth if you got the account for it. buy buy TVIX or VIX when it reverses and sell it at the top, and then buy the SPY and when it reverses and sell it at the top. It's very, very easy money. So, yeah, AYTU pulling back too. So, like I said, I don't think we're gonna have anything ripping here anytime soon. Maybe lunchtime, maybe after lunchtime, may not be at all. So, and that's why I go back to the TVIX thing, because if we don't see any rippers today, then your day trading options are these two, TVIX and the SPY, or VIX. I need to actually put VIX on my list, so because it is cheaper. Although VIX for some reason doesn't have the level. What's going on here? What is going on with this? Huh. Just halted or something? I'm not sure what is going. Is this? Let me see. TVIX. No, TVIX is fine. So my buttons are not working. It looks like I may be able to put in a limit order with the AT ladder, maybe, but I don't know for sure. No level 2. There's no volume. What is going on? I'm going to have to look into VIX because it moves. There's a lot of information that it's not showing. And it may not. Because TVIX is the one I always focus on. I didn't realize that VIX doesn't show volume or level 2. I'm not sure what that's about. I'll look into that and find out. I really don't know, so. When I find out. We'll figure that out. MRAM, let's see. This went on a pretty good move from $2 up to $3.20. Not really sure why though. Oh, they have a development agreement. So interesting. We actually got to move outside of coronavirus stocks. That is interesting. But yeah, I basically think we gotta just wait things out at this point. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for now. We'll come back a little bit later and check on things and see what happens with the stream. So if you guys don't join me for that, I will see you tomorrow. If you do join me for the what would you call it? We'll just say power. Well, I'm gonna probably stream before power hour, but it'll be sometime this afternoon. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see what happens with the market here in a little while.